bum. Ba da ba dum bum ba dum. Ba dee dum ba dum ba da ba bum. Ba da ba ba ba. Da 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 dee dum bum bum ba. Ba da bum ba da bum. Ba dum bum ba dum ba dum. Ba dum ba dum ba dum whoa whoa. Ha ha. Oh, it is good. It is good, 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 good to be back. Hello, travelers of the internet. Welcome back to Guardian Studios. Or if you are new to the channel, hey there and welcome to you. My name is JGuard and I am your host, your guide, and your humble bard into the worlds virtual and fantastical. And I am very pleased to be able to welcome you all back to the channel, or in the case of newcomers, welcome you fresh to the Guardian Studios experience, including you, Leo. Good to see you, my man. Today, my friends, we are diving back into the world of Gyros, where last session, you may remember, we finally finished improving the Skeleton Exp Grinder. Still not as fast as, say, the Armadillo Silverfish XP machine, but it's a significant improvement, and that is what I was looking for. I wanted an XP farm that I could use passively while doing other things IRL without any serious issues. Something that couldn't necessarily break easily. And we have managed to achieve that. Yeah, thank you for the rules, Leo. I appreciate that big time, dude. I know I tell you that every time, but that's because I appreciate it every single time. So, what are we going to be doing today? Well, the title of the stream will give you a hint. Green thumbs. We're going to be putting our green thumbs to work. We are going to do some gardening. We are going to do some gardening, some plant-based work. We're going to be doing some decoration with plants, do some of that kind of stuff today. And hopefully make it so that we have space for gardening all the gardening, aka farming all the crops, and a few other things too, potentially. Oh, is that right, Ellison? Yeah, I've been hearing that Roblox doesn't do a whole lot to protect its users from getting harassed. That's a big part of why I have never been interested in playing the game. Why did Big Guy come down this far? I did not do anything to bring Big Guy down this far. Wow. That's... wow. I see what you said, Ellison. Some people are just so wrong. And so cold. I ask you, what is the point to these people being so cold-hearted? I haven't the faintest idea. You are not doing anything wrong, I don't think. I think what it is you just keep running into people that you just shouldn't have to deal with. Ignore them. People try to throw insults at you online, just ignore them. I know that's easier said than done, but unfortunately online there's always going to be people like that are just going to be jerks for no reason. Best thing you can do is report the ones that do that kind of stuff and just avoid them as best as you can from then on. And ignore the comments they make, because more often than not, they're just sad people who have no understanding of how bad what they're doing really is. I can imagine. After being talked to like that, I can imagine, and I don't blame you a bit. I'm sorry you got stuck having to deal with that. Wasn't right. That ain't right. Nobody should talk to anybody like that. It ain't cool. It ain't nice. Unfortunately, there are just people that are gonna act that way. Again, my best advice, Ellison, is to ignore the people that say cruel things like that. Ignore them and remember that you got friends and family who know that you are a good and very likable person. That those people that try to insult you, their opinions do not matter. Their opinions do not matter a bit. Brush them off. They can insult you. They can be cruel to you. But you don't gotta listen to a word they say. Not a word of it. Best advice I can give you. Ignore the cruel people of the world. Ignore their words. It's like I've seen somebody do before. When someone said that their content here on YouTube was cringe, this guy that was being called cringe, you know what he did? He openly looked at what they said, and he said, "Yeah, you thought it was cringe. I thought it was fun. And that makes me happier than you." Hey, no feek. Oh, goodness. Alright, let's see. I want to put in a music disc. Why? Because I want these little dudes over here to dance. Look at them go. Look at the little guys go. Nah, I'm not. I just got a bunch of parrots, and I decided to put them in the cage. Mario, Luigi, Sonic, Mari, and the Blue Jay. Blue Jay and the Parrot Bros. Oh man, that actually sounds like a weird but kind of cool sounding music group. How'd I pull that off? Wow, you can hear the music disc playing from a good distance, huh? I didn't realize it would play from this far away. Nice. Alright, I think that's enough of that music disc for now. I do want to adjust where these guys are, though. I was trying to keep Mario and Luigi kind of grouped together. Grab this. There, that way I don't disturb them when I walk in. And then Blue Jay kind of hangs out over here. Mari, I want to have be maybe over here by the bamboo. Oh, nighttime, so the parrots are starting to sense mobs. No, peek. If you're talking about the light blue one, no, I'm not doing that. And then, of course, we got Sonny, short for Sonic. Put him there. Gaming-themed names, most of these. The only exception being Blue Jay. I simply don't know what other name I can give him that is gaming-related. No, Nofeek, I'm not giving them names based on bricks, unless I really want to. And I don't want to use those particular block names. They are way too long-winded for my liking. I appreciate suggestions, don't get me wrong, but I'm not naming them those things. They don't fit with my intent. I'm trying to give most of my animals names related to video games. I've not played that game, so I'm not too sure I want to use a name from a game I haven't played. Or for a character that I don't know anything about. I know of that game, but I've never played it. But I am trying mostly to do gaming references with the names, as well as the occasional original name, and once in a while names from different films that I think of. For example, over here we got our chickens, Babs, Bunty, and Ginger. Over here with the sheep we got Cloud and Wool. Cloud being a reference to Final Fantasy. We got Techno and Reuben. Techno, of course, referring to Technoblade. Reuben, the pig from Minecraft Story Mode. And then we got Betsy and Bert, which those are just names I hear associated with cows a lot. And then we got another original name, Ozzy the Ocelot. Clearly, Ozzy does not like me. I don't know why. I'm a very likable guy. Or so some people have told me. I mean, they could be biased people, but at the same time, I'd like to hope that they're not. And that I am actually quite likable. And then, of course, we got Midna, reference to Zelda games, and where is Jelly? Oh, there's Jelly, right here. See? Little Jelly. A reference to Good Times with Scar and the cat that he had for years while he was doing Hermitcraft. He still does Hermitcraft, but unfortunately, poor little Jelly is no longer around. Which is a shame. It was actually kind of funny sometimes to hear Scar talk about that cat. It was also fun to see Scar try so hard all the time to get Jellycats. I remember during one season of Hermitcraft, Grian was able to find a Jellycat long before Scar did, and Scar desperately wanted to get a Jellycat. So they kept trying to breed the cat with other cats to get Scar a Jellycat, but the cats refused to accept Scar for the longest darn time. It had to have taken them like a dozen tries to get a Jellycat to spawn that was a Jellycat and was tamed to Scar instead of tamed to Grian. I can just imagine how frustrating that was for him, too. Oh well. From what? I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what that is, Nofeek. What is that? What? Huh? I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what that is. I'll come up with a different name for that bird one day. For now, that particular parrot we're just gonna call Blue Jay. There's a long list of games that I like, but there's also a ton of games that I do not know anything about. Because I never played them. Because honestly, I don't know. I wasn't so interested in those particular ones. Alright, so I've been bouncing around what we're actually going to be doing. I need to go work on making a space for a garden. We need the garden so we can farm our crops. Oh, crud, my hoe is nearly broken. I'll have to repair that between streams. I didn't realize it was broken, or nearly broken. I forgot about that. If I'd realized, I'd have picked a different thing to be working on, but eh. I mean, we can always do the kitchen on the side, but my plan for a garden, I want to make an area over here that can be fenced in along with the area around the house. Basically, I'm going to end up spawn-proofing the area above the house as best I can so that stuff doesn't spawn up there as much. And then I want to put a fence around the area in front of my house. That way, I know that the area is protected from hostile mob spawns. Wow, that was a nice jump. Hey, Ryan. Glad to see you, my dude. Glad to see you. Glad you can make it to the stream. Hope you're doing alright today. Hope you're having a good day. And just as I do for everybody else, I hope the stream ends up being enjoyable for you. To break down this tree. And this one. I don't think you did anything wrong, Ellison. Some people are just bitter people. When dealing with people like that, best thing you can do is just rush them off. Ignore them. A lot of them! I don't necessarily know what ones to name right off the bat. No fake. I am sorry. That's just the situation. This will wash away all the leaf litters. Or at least most of them. I honestly expected that to wash them all down. Oh well. Cleaned up a bunch of them. I can just scoop them up and dispense with them. Why am I getting rid of the leaf litters? To help clear up some space over here. No, Feek's right, Ellison. Some games, the communities are just toxic. Other games, the communities are awesome. It's just a matter of looking around and finding the right ones. And being aware that even some of the good ones can have some bad apples among them. In every bunch, you'll find at least one rotten apple. 'Tis an unfortunate thing, but 'tis pretty much a fact. That you will find rotten eggs in every basket of every video games community. Is it right? Is it fair? No. And sadly, those people that cause those communities to be toxic don't give a darn. I'm doing pretty good, Ryan. Thank you for asking. I'm not sure if you asked earlier. Actually, yes, you did. You did ask. I'm not sure if I answered, though. So I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. Alright, let's see here. How many blocks is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I want to do bigger than that. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That should do it. Za-da-ba, Ba-dum bum. Hum ba bum 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 ba dum bum. Hum ba da ba ba bum. Ba da ba ba ba. Bringing over some water to see if I really did it right. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Was brillig and the slimy toes. Did a gale gumble in the weed. Or a mumsy with the butter grows with a momran's outgrebe. Actually, this might be a little too big of a garden for the aesthetic. Yeah, I think it's too big of a garden. The classic garden. Hey, Scout! Good to see you, my dude! Good to see you. Your clock stopped, Ryan? Oh my gosh. That's... stopped by the heat? That's crazy. That is crazy. Alright, classic size garden. I think we'll put some flowers around over here. And then over here, I'll put some beehives. That way the bees will keep the crops nice and hydrated. Well, not hydrated. Pollinated. That's the word. Pollinated. It's the water that causes hydration. Flowers and the bees will cause pollination, ensuring that our crops grow just that little bit faster. Or at least most likely grow a little faster. I think I need another chest specifically for the leaf litters. I'm getting a lot of leaf litters from, well, the leaf litters. So, put those in there for now. I'll hold on to a stack in case I want them for decorating. And then we need flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. The easiest way to get a bunch of flowers to grow is bone meal. Actually, maybe I've got the idea in reverse. Maybe what I want to do is spread flowers around over here. And then have the beehives over in that corner. Yeah, that could work. That could work. Not a bad idea. And I've already seen a design I can use for the beehives. Oh, wow. Okay, that guy fell right in the middle of everything. That ought to do. Yeah, that should do. Alright, I'm not sure if this is a thunderstorm or not. I'm gonna check and see. Nope, no thunderstorm. Alright, let's head back out here. So, if we want beehives, which we do, I need to work with the bee nests that we've collected. I have an idea. Need some more birch saplings. Birch saplings. I think it might be headed into nighttime. I don't know that for certain, but I think it might be. Yep, there we go. Sleeping time. That's better. That's better. Alright, so what we gotta do is plant some trees next to flowers. Why? Because if there's flowers next to the trees, they have a higher chance of growing with a beehive. Or rather, a bee nest. Get enough nests, then we can work with having bees pollinating our garden. With the nests, we can have the bees build up their supply of honey. Once there's enough honey, we can harvest it for honeycomb. And then we can use those honeycomb. We can use the honeycomb to make actual beehives. which is what we want. Of course, I'm not forgetting that we actually want crops as well. Actually, resort that. Whoops! Can we waterlog copper grates? I don't actually know. Let's place one in here and find out. We can! Cool! I kinda had a feeling we could, but I wasn't 100% sure. Next, I need to find some shears. Where are shears? Shears? Well, if I can't find a set of shears, I'll make one instead. No, I do not have a dog named Max. Although we might name one of our wolves Max. Actually, what am I doing? I don't need regular carpets. I can get moss carpets. Moss carpets! Much more reliable. They don't burn. At least not as far as I've heard. Where is the block of moss? Here's the moss. Uh-oh. Phew. Okay. It finally stopped. Alright, moss carpets acquired. Along with some flowering azaleas. And some regular azaleas too. If only azaleas were their own wood type, instead of just being oak with a different texture. Hmm. Hmm. Those ones aren't growing. Hmm. Let's see here. I gotta refill my water real quick. I think I just ran out. I will be right back. I'm back, and that is awesome, Ryan. Way to go, buddy, yo! Way to go, my dude. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. Alright. Clean out the nasty dudes that are gathering around. Run around and check these trees for signs of bees. Signs of bees are minimal, I fear. I may have to travel into the forest and look for bee nests. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Could be a nice little expedition. Let's do it! Hey, here's hoping, my man. Here's hoping. Hey, I'm hoping for you. I am. Yeesh. Come on, buzzy bees, be buzzing. Huh. Zombie villagers. Interesting. Running around, looking for bees, Yeah, I think I saw you say that earlier, Ryan. The heat that you were worried about is back. That's no good. That is not good at all. I'm sorry you're having to deal with so much stinking heat. It's bogus. I am seeing no signs of bees around here. Hey, there's some sand here. Oh no, Scout. Did you have gold boots break on you? Is that why you're putting out that little announcement? It's even hotter? Oh gosh, dude. Stay hydrated. Find whatever way you can to stay cool. I'd say whenever you get overheated, stick your face in a freezer, but be afraid that your stuff would melt with all the heat. So you don't want to do that. Oh no. Running from the piglins. That's never fun. Oh jeez. Oh man. I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh, but at the same time, there's just a feel of a delivery to your words, Ryan, that makes me just chuckle. Alright, going searching for those was a waste of time. I think I may have to just farm up some bees on my own. Because I'm not seeing any sign of any nests. Hello, bozo. Unless you've got a bee nest for sale, or beehives with bees in them for sale, you can scram, ya big ham. What the? Fell in a hole. Wasn't paying attention to where I was going for a second there, and I fell in a hole. Oh, jeez, man. Be careful. Hold it. I moved. I almost had it broken, and I moved. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, I'm kind of relieved about that, because, that challenge, if you're not careful, can get you really cold really, really fast. And that can be very not good, especially if you've been sitting at the other end of the spectrum for too long. You know, the heat thing. Too hot and you get too cold all of a sudden, that can be bad. Same the other way around. Got to gradually warm up or gradually cool down. Safest way to go. He ain't gonna do it, folks, but he really wants to. Oh, Ryan, you're funny. And I'm getting tired of waiting for the stinking beehives to form on these trees. Excuse me, bee nests. I am seriously thinking we're gonna have to set this up ourselves. Hum 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 hum. Oh, Ryan. I'm a little concerned about you, my friend. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Come on, let me sleep. The sun's going down. Let me sleep. Let me sleep! I want to sleep. Let me sleep. Let me sleep. Let me sleep, you stinking game. You stinking game. There we go. Alright, what am I doing? Bee nests. Start with this one. I have a feeling this one might have been one that had actual honey ready for me. No, not that one. No? Neither of them. There we go. We'll let these guys do their thing. Now there will be 3 bees per hive. So we'll get even more... get even faster pollination and honey production. What is happening here? Oh, is the little bee hanging around its parent? Is that what's going on? Like the other baby animals, this little baby bee must be buzzing around its parent. Oh, there it goes. Either it was just hanging around its parent, or it couldn't decide if it was time to go back to its nest yet. Yes, there are, Scout. You just feed a couple of bees some flowers, they breed, they produce little bees. They are, admittedly, quite adorable. And that's coming from somebody who can't stand real-life bees. I simply cannot. Play my cards right, and I may be able to get some honey before too long. Mostly just need honeycomb. So I can make more hives. And then get pollination for my crops. Eventually, I'll probably end up making a greenhouse for this area, kind of like I did for the Winter Harbor. Only this time, the greenhouse will have bees inside. And it'll be specifically for crops. Which means just carrots, potatoes, wheat, and beetroot. But we shall see. We shall see. I was going to do something fancier than what I've done here. But I kind of like the simplicity of this. I think we're already seeing a little bit of the benefit of having the bees around, too. I think some of the crops are already getting pollinated. Until these bees produce some honey from which I can shear honeycomb, I'm kind of stuck. Why is this little bee not going back to its hive? It can do it. It's already done it. It's done it previously. It's like it's forgotten where its home is. Huh. Strange. Strange indeed. I think it just finally went into its home. Cool. Alright, I think it's going to be a while before the bees are ready to do their thing. So, I think I may have to do some AFK time hanging around the house and just farm up some of the stuff that they need. You know what? I'm going to break some of these flowers so that the bees have to travel over to the other bunch. Or at least they're more likely to travel over to the other bunch. Apparently, that's not a guarantee. Ooh! Oh shoot! They're mad! They're mad! They're mad! Why? Why are they mad? Why are they mad? Why are they mad? Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Get away! Get away! They are angry! I shouldn't have sheared the hives. I shouldn't have sheared the hives yet. I thought the smoke was getting through the moss carpets. Yeah, I did, and that was my mistake. I shouldn't have. As soon as I did, they got triggered. They got mad. I used shears to try and get honeycomb, and they didn't like me doing that, apparently. I don't think they were registering that the campfires were under the moss carpets. I don't think they registered that. Which is weird, because originally they had to know they were there in order for you to be able to place the nests or the hives. If you still touched them, you still had to have campfires underneath them to... Yeah, well, now I know. Now I know I screwed up. I've got to hope that I can fix the damage. That I can come back, and that the bees will calm down and go back to their hives. That I can uncover the campfires, and the bees will then have no problem with me. Will you get up here, horse? Probably a slow horse, aren't you? Well, you're not going to show me right now, are you? I'm going to tether this guy at the animal pens. I really hope those bees calm down, because otherwise I'm going to have a hard time getting into my house. Well, they're all headed back to their nests. So I guess they're not mad at me anymore? I'm going to tentatively say they're not mad anymore. But I don't know. I don't know for sure. Oh, I'm actually kind of nervous to go over there. I'm nervous to go over there in case they decide to come out again. I don't think they will. I think once they go into the nest for the night, they're just chill. But I could always be wrong. Be wrong. Yeah. I was already wrong once, and that made things really bad for me. Really? Where are you guys coming from? Oh, from much higher up. The one thing I don't like about vibrant visuals is that it does make it harder to tell at night what areas are light enough for mobs to spawn and what areas are not. Alright. We got a couple of nests put in place. That's good. I just picked up an iron ingot from that zombie, didn't I? Cool. Cool. Okay. Moss carpets. A note to self. Moss carpets, not a good idea to put them between the campfires and the nests. Does not work. Just let the nests get exposed to the smoke. They need direct exposure. Gotta remember that from now on. I guess nice thing is this is an opportunity to learn. I've learned that the bees do not like when there's something between them and the smoke that keeps them calm. Let them have their smoke. I am curious if they will actually properly pollinate the crops, but I think they're already doing that. I think they all flew over to this bunch of flowers over here. And if they did, great. If not, then we might have a problem. Oh gosh, they came out. Okay, and they're not mad at me anymore. That's honestly a major relief. I was really scared they were going to be constantly aggro on me. But unlike real-life bees, Minecraft bees are much gentler. They are easier to calm. There we go. Now hopefully everybody will pollinate some flowers, and then share that pollen with my crops. And with 2 extra hives now put in place, they should all be able to go into a hive and produce honey. Yep, looks like it. Although I think one or two little bees might be confused where they're going. Alright. Now I'm gonna say that we've done our bit. The little bees are buzzing with activity and producing honey. They are producing honey, which is what we needed in order to make more hives. Which I want the bees because I mainly want them so I can eventually get candles and things for decoration. It's the kind of stuff that I'm going to want to sweat the details with this base, so I want those sorts of things. But I think that is going to do it for this session. So I'm going to go ahead and say thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, please be sure to leave likes and comments. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Check out the About page for links to other pages with more content from yours truly. Share the channel with your friends who think they might enjoy the content too. And of course, make sure to smack the notification bell once you're subscribed so that you don't miss the next stream or video. That all being said, thank you again for watching. I am JGuard01, your guide, bard, and humble host, but definitely not a beekeeper. And I'll see y'all next time, right here on Guardian Studios. Bye! It actually turned out a lot simpler than I was expecting.